and salutations, good people. My name is Otis James Bush Jr. This is OJB Cooking. The summertime is coming upon us, people. Summertime. And you might be having some people over or what have you. Today we're going to hook up something light but delicious. We're going to hook ourselves up some shrimp tacos with a crunchy Asian slaw. Something a little different for your hair top. You heard me. I figured, you got people coming over. You might not want to grill. You might not feel like frying nothing. You might just want something light to go with some good, good drinks and some ambiance or something. I'm going to show y'all how to hook that up with some good old fresh ingredients. You feel me? So what we going to need? We're going to need a lot of things, actually. We're going to need shrimp, of course. Got some fresh shrimp. We got some green onions. Got some red cabbage, green cabbage. Got some limes. Got some cashews. Could have did nuts, but I like cashews better, even though they're a little more expensive. We'll crush them up and get them in that slaw. We got some rice vinegar. Got some sesame seed. Got some jalapenos, some carrots. Got a little ginger. Got some avocado. Got some cilantro. Got some seasonings and what have you. We're going to hook it up, you know what I mean? As always, come on with me.
All right, now the first thing we want to do is go ahead and peel a few layers off of our cabbage here, just to expose some nice fresh layers. Might even pull it off a few too many, but no worries on that. All right, I think we're good now. I think we're good. Go ahead and chop off part of our stem. Now I'm gonna use a couple different techniques in terms of cutting. First technique is going from the top down, and as you can see, I'm hitting the core right here. We'll go ahead and chop that thing on through. Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Yeah. All right, back on track. Back on track. Now we're gonna cut that half into another half, and we're gonna use approximately 1/4 of the green cabbage, further cutting out more of the core of the stem there. And I'm working on my technique, y'all. Working on my chopping technique. I'm trying to tuck my fingers. I don't know how good I did. Hit me in the comments. Let me know if I'm getting better. But thus far, my fingers are intact. You know what I mean? All right, we got the green cabbage chopped up. Do the same thing here with our purple or red cabbage, however you prefer to say it. It's on you. Pull off a couple of layers here. Look a little juicy. There we go. There we go. All right, all right. Now this one, we go chop through the core first, and this seemed to work out better. So if you're doing this at the crib, core first. All right, we gonna use another fourth of this one, further trimming off some of that core, and again, tucking my fingers. You see me. You see me. All right, all right. Come on with it. Chop that thing on up real good. You know what I mean? In there. Fingers still intact. All right, here we go. We got our purple cabbage. We'll move on to a carrot. Probably did like 1.5 carrots, but I wasted a lot because I was, again, working on my chopping technique, tucking my fingers, tucking my fingers, tucking my fingers, not quite tucked. And, just trying to get these carrots chopped nice and thin. I could have used a food processor, but I take a lot of this opportunity, one, to create good old content for you, great, wonderful people, but also to work on my skills. You know what I mean? I'm not a professionally trained chef by any means. So a lot of this, you guys are coming along on a journey with me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you coming through. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep working on these chopping techniques. Here we go. Fingers not tucked. I guess at this point I was not paying attention, but again, fingers are intact. We used a couple of the large green onions. I used half of in the salsa, about half in the actual cabbage mix. We'll get into the details in the description. Right now, I am grating some fresh ginger. Ended up using about 1.5 tablespoons of the grated ginger, and that's gonna go in our the wet part of our coleslaw. I guess the dressing is what you would call it. We got some good old fresh cilantro here. Go chop that up real nice. We use 2 tablespoons of that in our salsa and 2.5 tablespoons of that in the Asian slaw. So we go chop up half a jalapeno. Now I only use half of this jalapeno, and I didn't chop it up too much because it's going in the blender. That's a big old jalapeno, so I didn't bother to use too much. All right, again, making our Asian slaw mix. We got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Go on in there. Get on in there. All right, we got 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. I chose rice vinegar. It's got like just a milder, taste to it than regular white vinegar. All right. Now we gonna throw a little honey in here. I did about, probably about a tablespoon. I went, Just dumped it in. I didn't even measure it. And then we gonna do a tablespoon of soy sauce. A little bit more. Didn't have quite a tablespoon. Get on up in there. Show it to you. That's what we're doing. In there. All right. Then we got a fourth of a cup of olive oil. Just dump that on in there. All right. And we're gonna do some minced garlic here. I think I did a teaspoon. Yeah, teaspoon of minced garlic, or you do finely chopped. And then they go are 1.5 teaspoons of ginger. Dump that on in there. Got some black pepper. Did about I don't know, half a teaspoon approximately. And then we're gonna salt it to taste. Add a little salt here, and then once I wisp, I added a little bit of salt. I think I edited it out though, but just know, add a little bit at first, wisp it up, taste it, and then go from there in terms of how much salt you need to get on it. Y'all see me? Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist, the wrist. And just make sure we mix that up real good. You had all that honey down there, all that ginger, you got all that stuff mixing around, so you want to make sure you mince it real good. Here go my coleslaw mix. Look how beautiful it is. We'll dump our cashews in there. I chopped those up in a blender. We got some slow-mo footage of that coming for your hair top later on. Got some roasted sesame seeds, and then we go dump our the Asian slaw wet portion dressing, whatever you want to call it, on in there. And then again, look at the flick of the wrist. We're gonna mix this up real good. You want to mix it very well. There's a lot of ingredients, a lot of texture going on in here, and you want to make sure you distribute all that flavor evenly. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, get a good look at it. Get a good look at it. Get a good look at it. There we go. All right, we finna make our salsa. Make this from scratch. We're gonna do a tablespoon of vinegar. We did a whole, just carved out avocado. Make sure it's ripe. We got some cilantro going in. I think I did 2 tablespoons of cilantro. Did 2 tablespoons of green onions with the white and the green part. There go my half a jalapeno, and we gonna do a half a lime just for good measure. Didn't feel like breaking out my squeezer just for that one half a lime, so we'll put a little hand into it. And then we got a cup of water just to loosen things up. It's a very simple salsa, guys. And of course, add a little salt, a little kosher salt to taste. Slow motion footage for your hair top. Mix this thing real good, and then we good. We're gonna move on to our shrimp just like that. All right, we threw some garlic powder in there. Didn't really measure this out. Just season your food to taste, season like that. Got some cayenne pepper, got some black pepper, got a little sea salt for your hair top. A little paprika on in there. Get on in there. We'll throw a little olive oil just to make sure everything adheres to the shrimp, and then we're gonna mix it up. Let your fingers go. Just make sure that your shrimp are coated nice and evenly. Should have a slightly red hue. Get a little olive oil in our pan. Also, a little real butter, real salted butter. We'll throw that in there too. Make sure to give it a good taste to our shrimp. Throw a little mixed garlic. Mix that up. Don't let your garlic burn. Throw your shrimp in. Shrimp probably cooked about, I don't know, 5 minutes max. Shrimp don't take no time. You probably cook it about 3 to 4 minutes, but I'm always a little heavy-handed on the cook time. So just let them get done. Like I said, about 5 minutes. Flip them about halfway through, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. And then just flip them all one more time for good measure. Look at all that buttery goodness. And now it's time to plate. All right, we're going to throw our Asian slaw in first. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nice and fresh, nice and crunchy. Give it a little texture. All right, throw our shrimp in. Bloop, 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 bloop. There we go. I threw 4 shrimp in each. And a little top it off to be fancy with a little roasted sesame seed. And there go our homemade salsa. Look at the drizzle. Look at the drizzle. Yeah. Get on there. And now we in the game, people. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that beautiful footage. Looks scrumptious. Don't you agree? All right, all right. We're good to go.
All right, good people. Moment of truth. Time to test it out. See what it do. That's a big old bite. It's really good. It's really fine. You can taste the ginger and the vinegary and the sweet honey in that slaw. You can taste the spices of the salsa just come through randomly. Came together real nice. Fire!
As always, good people, I appreciate you stopping on through. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification if you're really feeling good. And if you make it, hit the comment section. Let me know how it turned out. Peace.